So I'm sitting here having my morning coffee and I'm thinking, man, I could really go for some really buttery scrambled eggs with diced ham on toast. Let's go make some. Okay, I got a small pan preheating over medium-low heat over here. And we're just going to go ahead and do this in real time. So I got about 2 teaspoons to a tablespoon of butter. I like a lot of butter with my eggs. My compromise is then I just don't put butter on the toast, or I put less butter on the toast, because I like the eggs to be really buttery and just have that rich flavor. So we're going to start with this and get the butter going. And then we're going to add some smoked diced ham, and get that going, about 2 ounces. You want the ham to egg ratio to be about 2 to 1. So 2 ounces of ham to 2 extra large or large eggs, which will be about 2.5 to 2 ounces a piece. Get that going in there. And then we're just going to, we don't want to brown it or anything like that. We're just going to kind of warm it up, just sort of, get it warm in the butter. And while that's going, then we're going to go ahead and scramble up a couple eggs. I'm using Eggland's Best because they just have this beautiful color. And look at that color, and they've got not only beautiful color, but I think they have the best flavor. So anyway, I'm not going to put any salt in because there's salt in the ham, but I am going to add some pepper. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to whisk these guys up really good. Get them nice and fluffy and frothy. We're just going to keep going back and forth to break down the membrane so it's nice and smooth. While the ham is cooking, it's about this perfect amount of time as you scramble the eggs for the ham to be warmed up, because you really don't want it brown. You don't want it to get too dark or anything like that. So just keep whisking these guys up for probably about a minute. Okay. That's looking pretty good. There's a nice foam head on there. They're nice and frothy and beautiful. Get rid of that. And then we're just going to add, I almost forgot. This is the trick. So I got my toaster set on right around 5. I like it to be really dark golden brown. The 5 setting on the toaster is like the perfect amount of time for the eggs to cook for. It's like a built-in timer. So I'm just going to drop the toast, and then I'm going to add the eggs. Beautiful. Now you never stop stirring the eggs. So you want to keep stirring the eggs the whole time, because you want the ham to be incorporated, right into you want the egg to basically, melt around and be folded into, basically holding, the ham. You don't want to have a hunk of ham here and a hunk of egg there. No, you want it to be just totally, almost like homogenized, right? You want it just to be completely smooth and absolutely evenly balanced all the way through. So we're just gonna keep moving this around and kind of folding it together. We want it to be pretty wet. I mean, not too wet. Moist, I should say. You want it really fluffy and light and still pretty moist. You don't want it to be like really dry, but we also don't want it to be gooey or anything like that. So we're just gonna keep moving. And I'll show you as soon as that toast pops up. And it should be coming pretty soon right now as I'm looking at the way these eggs are looking. They're almost perfect right now. And where is my toast? My toast is not cooperating. Can you believe this? I set this whole thing up, and now it's going to be stubborn. So here we go. The eggs, right there. So you want to cook some of the water, evaporate the water from the ham, evaporate. You don't want it to be watery. So you got to cook out that, the water out of the ham. But that's about perfect right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. See, I lied to you. I told you that the toast was going to be timed perfectly. No, it's not going to cooperate. Anyway, so we're going to set that there, and then what we're going to do, we're going to let those just rest, and then we're going to chop some chives. We just want them really small, finely chopped chives. I'm just going to go across here. Can you believe that toast? It's killing me. That toast is just killing me, My board is sliding on me. I should have a wet towel underneath it. That's the trick, so the board doesn't slide, but... Okay, so here's the chives. Nice fine chop on these babies. There comes the toast. It's about time you joined the party. All right, so we got some chopped chives there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just slide this out of the way, bring our plate over here. There she is. And, oh, wait, first of all, bring this back over here. And then what I'm going to do is, what I want to do is I want to add, I'm going to take this toast. See, look at that color. Look at how beautiful that is. So I'm using Pepperidge Farm seeded rye. That's how I like my toast. Perfectly golden brown, really, really dark. Pepperidge Farm, I think, is the best seeded rye. It's just so crispy. It toasts perfect. It just gets really crispy. And on the outside, and it's still really super creamy and soft on the inside. So cut the toast on a diagonal because chefs like pointy things. We like pointy things, right? And then what we're going to do is we're just going to take these eggs and we're going to re-chauffeur, as we call it in the culinary world, which basically means to basically bring them back to life in so many words. And then we're just going to drop these guys, pile them high and deep on the plate. Oh yeah, nothing like a pile of scrambled eggs and diced ham with lots of butter. Now I'm not going to butter the toast because my guilty pleasure, I decided to put all my butter in the toast because, you know, I'm sorry, all my butter in the eggs because I like the egg. I just think they taste better that way. They got a better texture and they're absolutely wonderful. Of course, I didn't add any cream or any milk to the eggs because I like them just in all their perfection, in all their beauty, as they are. The rich egg flavor that is not obfuscated or compromised. And then I'm going to add a little bit more cracked black pepper. And then we're just going to put these beautiful chives over it. And there you go. Scrambled eggs with diced ham and fresh chives.